Watching the Diddy doc is the prime example of why you should learn how to let your heroes go, especially when those same heroes are beating women and keeping other men semen in the jar for their own personal interests. What up, though? I just finished watching Sean Combs' The Reckoning, aka the Diddy doc, and it is the definition of presenting something that you already knew, but already with a broader lens. Now, there's been a multitude of Diddy docs ever since the accusations and charges in Diddy trial. But the reason why this one is so special is because it's produced by none other than Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the man who has publicly hated Diddy's guts since 9/9 in the 2000. Whether it's because when 50 Cent first came out with How to Rob, Diddy allegedly had some things to say and was blocking him in the industry, or maybe when Diddy offered to take 50 Cent shopping and 50 Cent felt some type of way, or allegedly when Diddy was allegedly dating 50 Cent's child's mother, influencing her on the internet, and allegedly 50 Cent was not feeling that. Either way it go, he hates that man guts. But I digress. When you are actually watching documentary, it's giving you a lot of information that if you was of age and you were old enough or you were keeping up, you kind of already know. Diddy going from intern to executive at Uptown Records, Diddy being fired from Uptown, starting Bad Boy, although I did not know he had a co-founder, so that was some information. But once it starts getting into episode 3, there's some things that actually come out. And there's a few. Like number 1, Diddy is the original OPP man. He doesn't even find a woman attractive unless she is the girlfriend of someone else. You single, you by yourself, and you Al B. Sure girlfriend? What's happening? Come and talk to me. Literally. The second thing is, if you're sending emails that you know you're harassing somebody with porno links and a bunch of nasty stuff and stuff of your own penis and your bodies and everything like that, and then you end those same emails with God is the greatest, something is wrong with you for sure. And the third thing, Diddy was actually recording himself right before he got arrested and was going to the actual trial. That shows me the level of unseriousness that he actually had for himself. He was more concerned about the perception that was being lead to his reputation than he was about his actual freedom. Now, I will give not some credit in that, but some understanding that when you watch the documentary, it does remind you that Diddy has always came close to the fire, but it really wasn't a lot of consequence when it came to those things. When he had the celebrity basketball game that unfortunately some people had died from the overcrowdedness and someone fighting and stuff like that, there wasn't a huge consequence when it came to that. When he got fired from Uptown, he later on got a $50 million deal from Clyde Davis to start Bad Boy Records. When he went to trial, when it came to the Shine and everything, Shine went to jail. Diddy did not go to jail. He just lost J-Lo. Okay, there wasn't a lot of consequence, and he's been building that up in that credit for a very long time. Now, people are starting to talk about the whole Big and Pac death and whether or not Diddy has something to do with it. For me, Big and Pac left us almost 30 years ago, and in the course of those decades, there's been new evidence and conspiracy theories that have all come out that has a little bit too much nuance that I feel that the Diddy doc can actually provide for me to make that assumption. However, I ain't out here defending the man if he did or he didn't do it, because he didn't put himself in a position to look innocent to begin with, especially when you come out dancing to the song days after your man got murdered. I digress. But for me, none of that really matters. What really matters for me is the absolute power of corruption of how he was going about in his way of just living a life of just not caring about no one clearly but himself and abusing people that was in his way. And when he didn't get his way, he found a way to make it his way through abuse and through power and through influence and having people who are deeply affected by him. Even the people who are speaking against him for him in the documentary still had love for him. And that go to show you the complexity of how manipulation actually works. Now, for some of us, it may have taken you to see him putting hands on Cassie. For some of you, or some of us, you were done with him the first time you saw him scream on MTV. Or for some of you, or for some of us, you didn't like him from the beginning. Either way, this is not a conspiracy theory. There are a lot of people that you can blame, and I get it. 50 Cent is not the poster child when it comes to advocating for the victims. I don't know if 50 really cares for the victims or he don't. What I can tell you is that 50 Cent is a rapper, 50 Cent is a producer, but 50 Cent is not a magician. He can't make up something that's not there. This documentary is only piecing together events and things that happened that we already know about or we're getting to know, but it actually happened. It's right there in your face. This is not an instance where we're trying to take a black man down. This is not about, this is what they're doing to the guy. You know what we should do as an audience or as fans is that we should put the spotlight on other people who are doing their thing. Black men and black women who are in executive places or doing things for the culture or lawyers or doctors, we should highlight them. We should not be so disappointed when we see someone fall that the way Diddy has done and feel like they're the only individual that can actually represent us. No, there are a rack of people that are out there of color that look like you and I that are doing their thing that we can put that spotlight on. The only person that Diddy should be able to blame, and it is not 50 Cent. It is not someone from Last Train to Paris. It is not someone from day 25 or day 26 or any other contract that you didn't do or any song that you didn't pay Mark Curry for. The person that Diddy should be looking in the mirror and blaming is Sean Combs himself. Diddy, Puff Daddy, it's all on him. The downfall is credited to him.